Emma, and the other day Ubisoft let me play some Rainbow Six Siege and capture some footage. So everything you see behind me is gameplay that I actually played of Rainbow Six Siege. I wanted to give my impressions of everything that sort of happened when I was playing. I was in with a stack of other Australian YouTubers and we were playing on the PC, and I played for around 2 hours. That was enough to sort of get a feel of everything that was happening in the game. And actually the level designer was there as well, so thank God for him. He was able to help me out. I was actually quite nervous about coming in and playing this game. I haven't actually played the rest of the series before, so I didn't really know what I was in for. And completely honestly, I had a lot more fun than I was actually expecting. I think the reason why is this isn't like your typical just normal shooter. It is so tactical and focuses on so much strategy that I really felt like a different experience versus all the other first-person shooters that I've been playing lately. And with all this tactical stuff, it was brutal as hell. I cannot tell you how many times I died. So we got to play 2 game modes. There was one with the AI, where there was a group of 5 of us, and we were versing the AI in a section. And then after that, we were versing 5v5 in a multiplayer match. So the AI match sort of went, terrorists had set bombs up in a specific area, and you needed to go in, infiltrate, and disarm them in 2 different areas to complete the map. And multiplayer was, we were actually versing the other team, and you switch places with who was sort of guarding the bomb and who was trying to disarm the bomb. So before actually jumping into the game, when you were in your multiplayer sides, you got to go through a lot of different classes to sort of pick your character. I was actually quite impressed by how much variety they had here. So like, you choose a dude with the sledgehammer if you wanted to bust down barricades faster, whilst there's other dudes with different types of grenades and whatnot. So there's lots of strategy, which I definitely didn't have enough time in the 2 hours I played to actually explore, but sort of switching around how your team plays with each individual type of character. So jumping into the games, first off, we did play the AI games. First game we played in normal, and I like sort of jumped in. We sort of didn't know what we were doing, and you know, when you think about it, when you're versing AI, it's like, yeah, okay, easy, shoot them down, and I did just that. Like, the first normal part was quite easy, you know, I wasn't really worried about dying or whatnot. And yeah, I think that really tricked me, because then we put the game into hard mode, and that is really where the game started off. We had friendly fire on, we had no regenerating health, and it was so damn easy to die, and the AI was quite smart at everything as well. Let me tell you, when we're playing the AI missions on hard with 5, with the level designer, we were getting our ass kicked still. By the damn AI, which was sort of embarrassing. At the last game, we actually completed it, so I was really happy that we did that. But it was really well thought out in terms of it is not just like piss easy when you think of normal AI games. The one thing I will stress with this whole entire game is if you are not cooperating or communicating with your team or have some sort of plan in place, like, you're done. That's it. You have no chance in hell of doing it. You don't regenerate health. If you get revived, you only regenerate 25% of your health. Like, it was brutal as. So the actual gameplay first started in the AI matches where you were infiltrating a certain area. So you could like rappel up buildings. You had different abilities where you could blow up doors, or the dude with the sledgehammer can smash it down. You're actually really limited with your powerful weapons like your grenade launchers and such, because they really did, again, focus on tactical things, and they didn't really want you jumping in there and just one grenade shot and just blow up everyone. It was really smart how I think everything was designed. A lot of the buildings, like, there was multiple ways to infiltrate it, so I can see there being a ton of plans you can come up with. That sometimes we had split up into groups, and one group was going through the front door and the other one was going through the roof. It was really quite intricate in terms of how we were trying to plan to do it. And destruction was also really a highlight. Like, it reminds me of Battlefield straight away in terms of how well the walls can break down. Like, there was a time where we're just sitting there behind cover, you know, waiting for this thing to count down, and I just was like, I'm safe, and then all of a sudden my whole wall just gets blown up behind me and gets shot because they're just taking the whole thing out. And yeah, there was a lot of stress in terms of communicating when we were guarding an area. Like, you were on this window, you were marking this door, you were trying to make sure that if the enemy burst through this place, you had it covered. There was multiple times where people would get mixed up, and like I one time got revived and moved in front of someone, just got shot in the head. It was really, again, quite brutal and stressful. But in the end, I had a lot of fun. Like, it encouraged us to think through how we were walking through a certain area and whatnot. So good fun. Now onto the multiplayer aspect. So with the infiltration, you all start as drones, like at the start, trying to figure out where the enemy is, where they've planted certain things, so you can scope out the area before you actually jump into it. And that part was actually compulsory. So, you know, you're driving a little drone in. It's quite amusing seeing everyone trying to shoot at you when you're just like this little thing. And on the flip side, if you were actually guarding the area, you had a chance in this time to like fortify the area. So you had these things where you can put up this metal on the wall so then they couldn't explode through it. And there was all these other traps and stuff that you could set up. You could check through your security camera footage to see where people are on the map and everything. Again, really in-depth. Overall, I had quite a fun time, more than I was expecting, as I said, when I jumped in to play this. And I'm excited to jump into the beta some more. The cons that I can think of is, number one, if you were just going into straight public matchmaking and you're going into any of these games, if you're not communicating, which I can imagine, like, a lot of people jump into multiplayer games just thinking they can jump in, you're in big trouble. Like, and I don't know how this game can address it, because they have put so much focus on teamwork. If you're not working in a team, then you're gone. That's it. I cannot stress this saying that enough. The other thing, which I'm sure this beta is actually for, is again just trying to test the balance of how this game works. I'm sure as soon as it comes out, everyone's gonna be familiar with how the classes work in a couple of days. So just trying to make sure all of them are valuable. Like, there was some which, you know, could breach walls really easily and stuff like that. So making sure that people that can't do that are more valuable in other areas is really important for this game. As well, the attack and defense scenarios, again, making sure they're balanced, I think, is the number one important thing for this game to sort of get right. Thank you everybody for watching. If you're new here, please go check out some of my other videos, and if you like them, make sure you subscribe. And if you want to talk some more about some video games, please follow me on Twitter. Tweet at me, whatever the heck you want, I don't mind. Thank you, and I will see you again next time. Bye!